This video will be informative for those who are learning English and Japanese because I'm going to introduce 5 podcasts that I really love to listen to improve my English and Japanese skills. 안녕하세요. What's up guys? This is MJ. Today's video is about podcasts and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts ever since I started teaching myself how to speak English, not grammar English. So today I want to tell you 5 podcasts that you might like. Then let's get started. Culip's ESL podcast. I've been listening to this for over 3 years now, but the format for this year is a little bit different from back then. But I love this new system because there are 4 parts of the podcast. I'm not sure it's appropriate way to say that as a part, but there are 4 sections, 4 parts. There are chatterbox and catchword and real talk and simplified speech. So you can choose what you want to listen to or just you can listen to everything. And this is really good for beginners because the hosts, they speak really slowly, so I actually use this material for shadowing. You know what the shadowing is, right? Shadowing is one of the ways to improve your intonation or pronunciation. So they speak slowly, so I use this whenever I want to shadow to improve my intonation or pronunciation. It's really good for that. So I highly recommend you listen to this podcast if you are a beginner, and it's good for the advanced level learners as well. Yeah. Kabocha style English. This is a video podcast, and actually this is for Japanese people who are learning English, but I think this will be really great for those who are learning English and Japanese at the same time, like me. The main host is Japanese, so from time to time she speaks in Japanese, but mostly they talk to each other in English and they explain the expressions in English. So if you are not learning Japanese, it's okay to watch this video and to get some new expressions. And what I think it's cool is that this is a video podcast, so on the screen, on the bottom part, you can see the Japanese explanations as well. So they explain the expressions in English basically, but then just you can see the Japanese explanations as well. Get it done, guy. This is not for beginners because the host speaks a little bit fast, but don't worry about it because when you go to the website, quick and dirty tips, then you can get the whole transcript. Cool, right? And honestly speaking, this is not for learning language. This is not for learning English. But the reason why I like to listen to this is because I really love tips that he teaches us. So for example, like making a plan for motivation or how to form great habits like that. So if you like reading self-help books, then you will like it. 6-Minute English. This is by BBC Radio, and you might know or you might not know, but BBC Radio, they release other podcasts for those who are learning English, and this is one of them. And my favorite was actually The English We Speak because that's only for 3 minutes and it's very useful. But these days they upload the episodes that were already uploaded before, so I stopped listening to that and I started listening to this 6-Minute English. The topics they talk about are really interesting and it's only for 6 minutes. And also, as you know, my English accent is like this, but from time to time, I just want to get some British English expressions and British accent. So not frequently, but I just shadow this as well. And if you are a fan of British English and British accent, then it would be really great. 台本なし英会話 lesson. This means the English conversation lesson without scripts. And this is also for Japanese people who are learning English. But like I said earlier, this kind of format would be good for the people who are learning both languages, like me. So I really like to listen to this podcast. And there are two hosts. One is American and the other is Japanese. So basically they talk about things in English, and right after that the Japanese guy interprets it in Japanese. So it's really cool because they talk about one thing, and then for that I can hear the English version and Japanese version at the same time. So as a person who is learning both languages, it's really great. And there are two formats. I mean, one is carried out in English and Japanese at the same time, but the other is only in English. So you can choose what you want to listen. The topics are really common, but they talk about the differences between America and Japan, and that's the interesting part, I think. If you want to get more information about other podcasts, I posted it on my blog 2 years ago though. So please check it out. I will link down below in the info box. And I posted it in Korean. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!